Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. This is Arsu Kakkad. Welcome to GK Today. Let us have a look over today's important current affairs. Before starting, let me tell you that these questions are a part of your daily 20 MCQ series that you can get on GK Today Android app. And also there are more than 500 plus questions every month. Category wise questions are also available, so you can refer to GK Today Android app. With this, I am starting the very first question. Okay, so what is the question? I hope you all have your answers in your mind. Which country is the host of the 27th Conference of Parties to UNFCCC? So which country is the host of 27th Conference of Parties to the UNFCCC? You have four options. I am giving you 5 seconds. I don't think these 5 seconds are required because you were having your answers in your mind now. So option B, if you are going with, then you are absolutely correct. Egypt is the correct answer. Don't worry, we will have a look over it on the map as well. Maps are very important, as I always say. But before going ahead, let us have a look where this conference was. It is being held in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. And please do remember, first of all, Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. And above this, there is a term today that is very important. It is for the first time ever that this climate conference had this agenda, the formal main agenda was issue of, I'll write it for you, issue of loss and damage. Now why this term is important, why I'm so stressing on this particular term? See, issue of loss and damage is not you can say a term that is defined very precisely. It is not that case, but yes, it is a very broad term that has been used in the negotiations, in the UN climate negotiations. This term describes, we all know the impact of climate change, but issue of loss and damage term means, it defines ki, see, now the case is the impact of climate change, it has exceeded what people can adopt to. What people can adopt, we know, we are we have certain limit. Okay, we can adopt these things to a certain extent, but this impact of climate change, it has exceeded that what people can adopt. And this particular report says, this conference also said ki there will be proper discussions, and it had basically for compensating a mechanism, an international mechanism for compensating the poor countries that suffer due to climate disaster. And this issue of loss of damage, it is not because of any event that is extreme weather event. It can be because of extreme weather event or a slow onset change also. For example, in extreme weather event, you can take examples like extreme ones, cyclones, droughts, right, heat waves. These are extreme weather events. And slow onset changes are like land degradation, sea level rise, ocean acidification. So it is considering both. Also, the damage that it is causing, it is not a loss of life only. It is not only about the non-economic losses. It is both economic and non-economic losses. Economic losses like affecting resources, goods and services, and non-economic losses like loss of livelihood, migration, right, and the way of living. So this is what this conference is talking about, and this is the main, you can say, agenda of the climate conference, which was for the first time ever. That is why this particular point was very important to cover. In map, I hope that you are able to see. Let us go to Africa, and here this is Egypt. Tropic of Cancer passes through it. It is equator, there is Capricorn, but Tropic of Cancer passes through it, and you can see here Red Sea, Arabian Sea connecting, and above Mediterranean Sea, right? So you should have a look over the maps in such a manner. Then moving to the next question. Janjatiya Gaurav Diwas, it is observed on the birth anniversary of which leader? Yes, please. Do you have any idea? You have four options in front of you, and they are asking you that this Divas is observed, Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. It is observed on the birth anniversary of a freedom fighter, a tribal freedom fighter. Name is Birsa Munda. So option B is the correct answer, right? So please do remember that in 2021 Union government declared that 15th of November, this date will be dedicated to the memory of the brave tribal freedom fighters. And if I talk about this tribal freedom fighter, uh, 15th of November is the birth anniversary of the Birsa Munda, who is an iconic freedom fighter, a social reformer, a tribal leader of the country who fought, I would say, in a very brave manner against the exploitative rule of the British colonial government, their system. And he encouraged tribals to understand the cultural roots, to observe unity, to maintain the unity. And this year, Education Ministry will celebrate this Divas in schools, in higher educational institutions across the country. Please do remember the date, that is very important, 15th of November. Moving on. Which organization released State of Global Climate report in 2022? So State of Global Climate in 2022 report, which organization is associated with it? Is there any answer like this? Correct. Option B, World Meteorological Organization is the one that releases this report. Before moving ahead, I would recommend you to please learn the name of the report. Why I am saying so, I'll tell you. State of Global Climate in 2020 report is by WMO. But there is also another report that similar to this name, State of the Climate report. This report is by IMD, right? India Meteorological Department. So that is why I am saying if they are asking you this one, that is WMO. If they are asking you State of Climate report, then IMD. As per this report, global average temperature in 2022, it is estimated to be about 1.15 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels 1850 to 1900 average, and 2015 to 2020. These 8 years, they are the 8 warmest years on record. Extreme heat waves, drought, floods, they have affected millions and cost billions this year. Let us talk about WMO also. It is an intergovernmental organization with a membership of 192 member states and territories. India is a member? Yes, India is a member. Headquarter, very important, Geneva, Switzerland. Right. Also, this report says, please do remember that 3 main greenhouse gases, that are methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide, they were at all record high in 2021. And this methane emission, it is 25 times more potent than the carbon dioxide gas. It is increasing at the fastest pace, right? So these were the certain key points with respect to this report. Then moving to the next question. Question says, NSA Ajit Doval, late CDS Gen Rawat, lyricist Prasoon Joshi, they all are the winners of which state highest civilian award? So you have 4 states in front of you. They all are basically the winners of which state's highest civilian awards? I hope you are able to come to an answer. Uttarakhand. Option B is the correct answer. So this award is one of the, you can say, highest civilian award. The name is Uttarakhand Gaurav Samman. And along with it, there is also another one, Uttarakhand Ratna. So they are the highest civilian awards of Uttarakhand. And Uttarakhand government announced to felicitate NSA Ajit Doval, lyricist Prasoon Joshi, and it also includes former Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, late poet and author Girish Chandra Tiwari, Viren Dangwal, who is a late generalist. If I talk about the first edition of this award, it was given to CM ND Tiwari, Ruskin-born author, mountaineer Bachendri Paul, right? What this award, to whom it is awarded? It is an award that is given to all those who have shown an extraordinary contribution to any field of human endeavor, right? So now with this, I'm moving to the next question. Pushkar Mela, it is a flagship cultural fair which is held in which state? So you have 4 options in front of you. This Mela is a cultural fair held in which state? So if you are going with Rajasthan, option A, you're absolutely right. Rajasthan is the correct answer. It is one of the, I would say, greatest tourist attraction of the state of Rajasthan, Pushkar Mela. It includes cultural performances. There are nature walks, sand art, kite flying, kite festival. You can say 5-day camel and livestock fair. Right, it is between the month of October and November. But this year, because of this lumpy skin disease, the cattle fair, which is a very famous cattle fair, it is not included in this Pushkar Mela this year. This is a 8-day event, and it will not include cattle fair this time because of the spread of lumpy skin disease. Got it? Okay. What is the name of the new chatbot that is launched by Unique Identification Authority of India? Yes, please. What do you think is the right answer? Have I told you the headquarters? Please hold on for a minute. Have I told you the headquarters of World Meteorological Organization? Geneva, Switzerland. This is also very important, right? Some of the points I if I skipped, so this is very important. So if I have mentioned, so it's fine. But please do remember the headquarter also of WMO. Now moving to this, because we'll talk about this authority also. This authority's headquarter, right? But before that, I hope you all are ready with the answer of it. Aadhaar Mitra, option A is the correct answer of this question. This is the new chatbot that is launched by UIDAI. Is this authority a statutory? Correct. It is a statutory one. That is under which act? Any idea? It is a statutory authority that is established under Aadhaar Act 2016. Where is the headquarter of this authority? New Delhi. And when was it found? In 28th of January 2009. Do you remember we have covered that this authority topped Grievance Redressal Index that is published by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. So this particular authority is for it aims to provide good governance, and one such step is this chatbot only, Aadhaar Mitra, where you all have Aadhaar, right? Your 12-digit Aadhaar. So you can check your enrollment status, other informations, right? So it is basically a machine learning based chatbot. And this is the third month in a row when this authority has been has topped these rankings. An authority that ensures security, that ensures confidentiality of your information, right? Now let us move to the next question. World's first Vedic clock. You can see this is a Vedic clock where it is written Aditya Brahm, right? Aditya Brahm. So it's like 12, 1, right? 2, 3, 4, this way. So this is the world's first Vedic clock. It is being constructed in which city? They are asking. In which city? Ujjain. Option B? Correct. Ujjain is the right answer. So it is being constructed in Ujjain. Now where is Ujjain? Because nothing is completed with the map. So we will definitely look on the map. Ujjain is here in Madhya Pradesh. So the foundation stone of this of the construction work of the world's first Vedic clock has been done in the city of Ujjain. The project cost is 1.62 crore. It is based on the principle of Vedic time calculation. The applications where it can be used for in moon position, in the festivals, in auspicious times, in the birth anniversaries, in the fast, major festival, major holidays, and citizens will be able to access it through their smartphones, through their electronic gadgets, TVs, computers. And yeah, it features the Vedic clock background features like Jyotirling, Navgraha, right? So this is the case. Now moving on, which state is the host of Rising Sun Water Fest 2022 event? Yes, please. Come up with the right answer of this question. What do you think is the right answer? Which state is the host of Rising Sun Water Fest 2022 event? If you are going with Meghalaya, then you are absolutely correct. Meghalaya is the correct answer. But we will have a look over it. Where is Meghalaya? Here is Meghalaya. Capital is Shillong. This is the state that held Rising Sun Water Fest at Umiam Lake, right? It is a 3-day water sports and cultural fair that is first of its kind in Northeast, where the youth of the Northeast is encouraged to take up water sports. And it also basically this event is promoting the tourism in the Northeast. It is an initiative of Indian Army's Eastern Command and with the government of Assam and Meghalaya, right? So here is Meghalaya bordering Bangladesh. ABWA cluster, the first to be completed under Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rurban mission. This term is very important. Rurban. What is Rurban? And this mission is also important. So don't worry, I'll completely talk about it. But this cluster is in which state? First to be completed under this mission. This cluster is in which state? A, B, C, D. What do you think is the right answer of this question? Are you going with option B, Mizoram? Then you're absolutely right. But before moving ahead, let us have a look in map, I think. Just give me a minute. Yeah, let us use this map again. Meghalaya, we have covered. Nagaland, you remember? We covered Nagaland in the yesterday's lecture only regarding bird count. If you haven't seen that lecture, please go and watch it. So we were covering Mizoram. Here is Mizoram. Right? So bordering Assam, and this cluster is in the district of Aizawl, the capital. And this cluster is the first cluster to be completed under this mission. The name of the mission is Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rurban mission. Now what is this Rurban? This term is very important. You all know na ki there are rural areas, and they are basically their essence is very different, right? We need to make sure that we preserve that essence of the rural community life. Yes, ensuring. So this term Rurban is very beautifully framed. The area will be rural area. You will preserve that essence of the rural area, but also ensuring that you will provide the facilities essentially like urban in nature to that particular area, so that you can stimulate local economic development there. So without compromising the essence of rural area, you are providing the facilities that are essentially urban in nature, stimulating local economic development, enhancing basic services, creating well planned clusters. So the target is to create 300 clusters in the country that have all these facilities, social, economic and infrastructure facilities. When was this mission launched? In 2016. Ministry Rural Development. Is it a centrally sponsored scheme? Yes, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. Now if I'm always saying cluster, this is also a cluster, the first cluster. Now what is a cluster? See, based on the geographical location, based on the geographical contiguousness, some villages will be selected, and which are in the radius of like 5 to 10 kilometer. By identifying them, you will make a cluster based on the population also. So a cluster of the contiguous villages with the population of you can say 25,000 to 50,000 if it is a plain and coastal area, and if it is a hilly, tribal or a desert area, then it will be with the population of 5,000 to 15,000, right? So the clusters, they are formed by identifying these contiguous villages or gram panchayats, and a cluster is formed where there will be growth centers that could act as a block, right? So, and you are providing them with the facilities, with the resources available. Clear? Now with this, let us have a look over the next question. The question says, India's first voter, Master Shyam Saran Negi, was from which state? Yes, please. India's first voter, name is Master Shyam Saran Negi, was from which state? If you are getting the answer as option B, then you are absolutely correct. Himachal Pradesh. Let us have a look. So you can see he is the country's first voter, 106-year-old, who recently passed away, and after a prolonged illness. He was a resident of Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh. He was honored. His last rites were performed with full honors by the district administration. So yeah, Then moving to your favorite segment. I think that complete session should be your favorite one. But yes, still, let us have a look over the revision. And the very first question I hope you are able to see. World Intellectual Property Organization's index, that is Global Innovation Index. What is the rank of India in this index? What are you thinking? Are you thinking 40th? Right. Which city is the host of Global Skills Summit 2022? New Delhi. Which city topped Global Financial Centers Index in 2022? New York. Which city is the host of Global FinTech Conference in 2022? Mumbai. Which city is the host of Global Clean Energy Action Forum? Pittsburgh. What is the rank of India in Global Crypto Adoption Index 2022? Fourth rank. Then coming to which Asian country announced a special work visa that is to attract more global talent? Singapore. Which city have joined UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities? This is your homework and I expect answers from each one of you. Which country is the host of Global AI Summit? What is the answer? Saudi Arabia. Which organization released Global Employment Trends for Youth 2022 report? ILO. Which country's president proposed three-men commission for global peace? Mexico. Which is the first global big tech company to join ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce? Microsoft. Clear? Then coming to certain other questions. Which city hosted Cyber Crime Investigation and Intelligence Summit? What do you think is the right answer? Bhopal. Which city recorded the highest number of cyber crime incidents in 2021? Think. What are you thinking? Karnataka. India held a meeting on transnational crimes with which global bloc? ASEAN. India signed an agreement to curb trans-border crimes with which country? Bangladesh. Section 124A of IPC, it was in news. It is associated with which crime? Sedition. Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act, it is associated with which neighboring country of India? Our neighboring country, Pakistan. What is the approximate number of cyber crimes in India in 2020 as per the NCRB Crime in India report? 50,000. Then coming to certain miscellaneous questions and the last category. The first question I hope you all are able to see. You will let me know the answer in the comment section. Cattle control in urban areas bill is associated with which state? Gujarat. IHCI is a hypertension control initiative. It is launched by which country? India. National Tobacco Control Cell functions under which ministry? Health and Family Welfare. Government has announced deregulation of which product which was in its control earlier? Locally produced crude oil. As per India Hypertension Control Initiative, see if you would have remembered the full form, you would have very easily solved this answer. IHCI, I stands for India. How many percentage of adults surveyed in India suffer from hypertension? 23%. Network Operation and Control Center charges seen in news is associated with which sector? Telecommunication. Vidya Samiksha Kendra is located in which state? Gujarat. Integrated Command and Control Center is associated with which government scheme? A very famous scheme, Smart Cities Mission. After Air India Disinvestment, Alliance Air works under the control of which ministry? Ministry of Civil Aviation. And the last question is, National AIDS and STD Control Program comes under which category of scheme? Centrally sector scheme. So here is your homework. I expect the answers from each one of you in the comment section. Right? So with this, I, Arzu Kakkar, wish everybody a very best of luck. Happy learning, everyone. Take care. Thank you for all. Thank you everybody here who gives such nice comments in the comment section, and I expect answers from each one of you there. So thank you once again. All the best. Happy learning. Have a nice day.